I'm Diego Cordovez. Welcome to The Scoop. I'm here with Adam Schoenfeld and our special guest, very special, Scotty Nguyen. I feel a little underdressed. I was going to wear all my jewelry and my bling, but I realized even if I put it all together, I'd still fall short in comparison. So
baby, only one Scotty Nguyen out there, right?
That's the truth.
There is only one.
I'll tell you one example of that is that there are a lot of guys now that poker's on TV who are trying to bring a lot of attention to themselves, jumping around every time they win a pot. They're thrusting their hips back and forth.
Yeah.
You do it spontaneously, I think, and you've always done it. It's not. This is just Scotty.
People they jump up and down when they win their hand and smash the table. Yeah, this that. Baby, that's no class, is that? They just wanna people. They recognize how stupid they look. It's not for kid. Don't looking up for that. Kid looking up for style like Scotty Nguyen, baby. What I mean? Win or lose, baby. Calm and smooth. Enjoy the win hand.
The thing, Scotty, when you've always shown a ton of personality, but that's you. That's who you really are. You're not doing something to get attention. You're just being Scotty.
You've always known me for a long, long time. Even before I won the World Series.
Yeah.
We used to play together a lot, and I'm just saying the same thing, only better. Because these days, a lot of kids looking up for you. You want to show, you want them to grow up and I want to be like him. I don't want to be like this guy. I don't want to be like that guy. You know what I mean? I want. See, guy like us. We were on TV a lot. You have to show the kid what poker is all about. It's not just gamble.
But I think a lot of guys are trying to be like Scotty, but they're not really getting it because you're having fun. It's always friendly, and they're watching you and they're thinking this is the way I'm supposed to act. When I'm on camera, when I win a pot. But a lot of it is. Sometimes it's very disrespectful to other players, or very mean even, because they don't. It's close. They're making a lot of noise, but it's different because it's not at the right moment or it's not in the right way.
Yeah, baby. It's especially when you're on TV. That's mean you're in the final table.
Yeah.
Every hand is big, right? It's bad enough for the guy took a beat or lost a big pot. You don't need to rub that in their face. See. And plus, you have to love the game to enjoy it. See, I love poker games so much, and I enjoy the b-ball, and I enjoy the fan because without them, they would never have Scotty Nguyen. So then, see, when I play, I give the fan what they want.
Yeah.
They want to see some excited. They want to see like wow, not for aces and king.
Right.
Do 7, beat 2 queen. Baby.
What happens if you're at the table and you're tired that day or you don't feel like it? Are people still poking you? They want you to act like they see you on TV, or they get mad if you don't do the whole show?
Yes, just like last year, when I come into the main event, the first day I'm in the feature turntable.
Right.
But that day I'm just so tired. It just seemed like I didn't talk nothing. That's why they cut it out for you, because they want something fun on TV.
Yeah.
And that day I know. I just don't have it to give it to myself or the fan. You know what I mean? I just want to pass the first day.
Yeah.
All I want to concentrate is that, because sometimes, which is you both know, I always try to give the fan what they want.
Yeah.
But that day, I want to do things for Scotty.
Yeah.
Just concentrate and focus.
And it's
past the first day.
It's the first day. You got so much on your mind, and it's such a long way to go.
Yes.
That a lot of times, people. I'm known as a talker, Diego. You may be shocked.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just don't have it. And, ESPN might come to me to interview me, and I tell them, I have nothing. I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just drain, and poker is hard enough without also having to be a showman, but there's benefits and there's downside as well.
It's gonna be different now, baby. This main event, I'm gonna give ESPN something and the fans something.
Yeah.
But last year, I just want it so badly. Especially the first day, baby. It's nothing to jump in about.
You think it's cost you sometimes where you're just distracted, or you get all this pressure from the other players or from the fans, where it's taken away from your game? You haven't been able to concentrate on what you need to do, or you've been distracted at a key moment?
Yes, sometimes when I lost a big pot, I just want to walk outside and relax. It's like just swallow, you just took a beat and then talk to myself and calm myself down. I don't want to have time for that.
Yeah.
You know, especially at the World Series. I never can be alone by myself.
Right.
So when I walk out, don't matter where I duck, they have people come over and talk about a hand, and I just lost $1 million hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't think. But you know, baby, what you gonna do? Fan is the fan. They fly all over the country. They fly thousands of miles to come and see you.
Yeah.
You just cannot.
And to play with you.
Right, this
Yes.
may be the only time they ever see you. They don't understand that you're just...
Yes, so that's why I still give that to them. You know, I still give them a smile even inside you is rotten and things like that. But see, the fan don't want to see that. The fan only sees Scotty Nguyen look like on TV.
We know there's a lot of benefits to the big poker boom right now. When you won the main event, that was $1 million, which
Yes.
seemed like all the money in the world. Now it's $12 million for first place last year. I mean, poker world's changed a lot. I mean, you like the way it is now, or what are some of the things that are really different now? It's funny to sound like we're the old school guys, but you know, it's a whole different world from when everybody knew each other and there was a certain style.
You know, baby, it's not just like if I invite you to come over my house.
Yeah.
You had to follow the rule there.
Yeah.
You got to plan in to get along.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with poker. It don't matter how big the field get.
Yeah.
If you don't accept it, you're not gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, baby. That's why the last 4 or 5 years, what I do wrong is I didn't accept it. The field is too big, and I walking around complaining. You know, just like lottery.
It took you off your game.
Yes, you know, that's why you have to learn to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Because poker, they would never get smaller, only get bigger.
Yeah. And
There's no way you get smaller. You know why? Because that's b-boy sport. Everybody can play. 90 years old can win.
Right.
The wheelchair guy can win.
Yeah.
With no leg. You know a couple guys that play with their feet. They can win. So that's why this kind of sport, they growing until...
So you're saying you didn't adjust, but now you're making an adjustment.
I accepted it, yes.
Yeah.
You know, baby, before I didn't. Before I think it's lottery.
You mean an adjustment? Do you mean an adjustment just mentally in the way that you know that you're getting yourself ready psychologically, or also in terms of your strategy and the way that you play? Because you know all these young guys, they've played a lot on the internet, very aggressive. They don't fall for all the old tricks. They're
No
very
fear.
smart.
No fear.
And they can take you down with them. So have you had to make some adjustments to the way you approach the game itself, or you play your style and it's more about not getting distracted by the fact that the tournaments are much longer and there's a lot more stuff going on outside the table?
You know, baby, my style, I got no fear for no one. Okay? Even the young kid this day. Oh, I look at them like, that's Scotty Nguyen 20 years ago. You know, baby? And I want to defeat that.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna be like Scotty Nguyen, baby. You know, it's just, the older I get, baby, the sharper game I bring in. You know, so you know, as long you accept it, you know, the feel and the young gun, because they got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know,
But
Scotty, you say that they're like Scotty Nguyen 20 years ago. When you know, what struck me was last year Jamie Gold was a master of the table talk,
Right.
and he was able to manipulate people into doing what he wanted. And I think you've always been the super master of that. And the most famous example is on the last hand of your championship at the World Series of Poker. The famous line, "You call now, it all over, baby."
Yeah.
You cars all over, baby.
When we finish the interview, I want you to say it's all over, baby. Just
you get it.
be
You
ready,
get it.
you know.
In that tournament, were you using that throughout, using your talking to get people to do what you wanted, or is that just came to you in that moment?
You know that. You when I sit down with you guys, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I talk trash, confident, but in a good way.
Right. No.
In the way
I know
to make people enjoy.
No, you beat people and make them happy about it.
Yes. You know, they walk away like,
Right.
damn,
They feel
he
good
set me up.
having you on.
Yes.
Yeah.
They know I've set them up, but they still fall for
But
it.
I like you. Yeah.
Right. How do you
Yes.
how do you set them up when you're talking to someone at the table? You're setting them up over the course of the day, or a certain hand, thinking about if a certain hand comes up later, I'm going to use this.
You know, when I bluff them, just beginning, you know, small blind, thing like that, small part, you show them, you bluffing them.
Right.
That's how you set them up.
Right.
You know,
You know?
How about when all the cameras are on? Because when all the cameras are on the table and they're rushing around, a lot of times I see you pick up the hand, you show it to the crowd,
Yeah.
you show it to the TV camera. How does that work into manipulating somebody to do what you want it to do? In other words, if you want someone to call or to lay down, you use the crowd in a certain way, or you use the cameras to get what you want?
Yes, you know, that's a very important, you know, it's like to work work the fan and work the player.
Yeah.
You know, you want them. Okay, you want to give the fan what they want, but you want to at the same time you want to set up the player far into your trap.
Right.
But in order for you to do that, you got to know how to talk to them.
Yeah.
You want them to call. You want them to lay down. You have certain way to talk to them.
Do you think certain times, if you've got the whole crowd set up, then they're going to be embarrassed to call with a weak hand, or maybe the other way around? You know, they're not going to lay down because you've got a crowd working a certain way, and they think they're going to look bad.
Yes, you know, they have embarrassing movement out there. But see, if I work the crowd and I bluff the big part, and the guy call me, and he makes sure I show the hand, and you know, sometimes you embarrassing to show the hand. So when I show the hand, like if I lost with a hand like 7-4, I would say, like, man, I play in the wrong game. I think I play blackjack. You know? See, something like that to bring the crowd back.
Right.
You know, and you know, and like, you know.
Scotty, it occurs to me that your whole personality, it gives an air of this. You give the impression that you're this crazy gambler, but then when I watch you play, you're often playing super solid.
That's
probably, you know,
We don't
people don't know that you're
secrets.
pretty tight. Yeah, I hope I'm not giving this away. But you play very tight in certain situations, but people still think you're a crazy gambler, so that works really to your benefit.
Yes, you know, it's just, you know, when you talk to them, you show a couple of hands, you bluffing them.
But those are the small pots.
Yes,
Right.
but when you come serious, you know, and you know, I have the way to talk to the player.
Right.
You know, I say something to bring myself up. You know, it's like get myself confident. You know, you say, and you like I say something like this. I talk to us something like this. Say, come on, baby, go ahead and call me. How many players left? 10. You call me, you're gonna be like number 10.
Right.
You know, something like that.
Right.
Not for make the player angry.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do those things. Even the guy I hate the most,
Yeah.
but I still never show it.
And these just come to you, huh? When you're
Yeah.
at the table, you don't write them down beforehand, so that you've got to.
That's right, babe. I want to bring them all in my comfort zone.
You know, one thing I think a lot of people don't realize, because televised poker is all about no limit, and you've had a lot of big no limit successes. You won a WPT event at Tunica, you won the main event, but the place you've really been dominant has been in Omaha 8. You've won a lot of Omaha 8 tournaments. You've won a bunch of Omaha 8 bracelets.
I almost did it again. That Omaha high-low mix, $2,500 buy-in. I have a lot of chip, and I just get too confident, and crowd was so surrounded me,
Right.
and I try to Omaha and AFS is that you cannot make move like
Right. You got to be disciplined.
You have to have hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got no hand, you be in trouble.
If you start trying to do too much.
Yeah, and that's what I do for the fan, and I blow it. You know.
Is that your best game?
By far, yes. You know, and Omaha high-low got to be my strongest ever. You know, nobody even thinking about Omaha when I'm sitting down with me. You know what I mean?
It's interesting that a couple of guys, I mean, even with the bigger fields and all the tournaments, a couple of guys have really had success in Omaha 8. You, Daniel Negreanu, Mike Matizow, Miami John. A couple of guys seem to win a lot of those tournaments.
Yeah.
Is it a different style you've got to make, an adjustment you've got to make when you play in tournaments? Because when you play live, you get a lot of multi-weight pots, even when it's mid-limit, 75, 150, 150, 300.
Yeah.
In tournaments, a lot of heads-up pots. It's like a different style. You know, the same hands don't work. You've got to make an adjustment, or
baby, tournament and side game, totally different ball game. This don't matter. You start out with ace, deuce, 3.
Yeah.
Every time you put a chip in the pot, you jeopardize your chances. So baby, that's why you have to be very careful. It's not like side game. You lose the pot and you pull more money out. And tournament, when you put the chips in there, when it's gone, it's gone.
You play tighter in tournaments in Omaha 8?
It's not
live?
tighter. It's just
more carefully.
And you gotta, and in the tournament, especially when I'm involved, it's not like 2-3 way or more. Gotta be heads up, maybe three ways or something. See, but when you're a strong player, they all know. See, when I involved, they chasing me, I'm not chasing them.
Yeah.
Baby, they hope to get lucky. Like they call with ace 3, they hopefully a deuce come. Because they know what I
and you're
see,
trying
they
to
chasing me.
deuce, yeah.
Yes. So in the tournament, you got to try to control the game. If you don't come in for the race, just don't come in at all. Because every time you put money in the pot, you jeopardize it.
Right.
You cannot get it back. Because you must win. You don't win that pot, you have no chance to get to a treasure, baby. You know.
In the tournament, you're happy just to pick up the blinds. You know.
Yes.
If you raise, you pick up the blinds, then keep moving.
This is the thing that's always mystified me about Omaha 8, and obviously the secret that Scotty has that I don't. In the side game, you can be patient forever. I can go 3 hours without playing a hand if I have to.
Right.
But in the tournament with those blinds going up,
People
on
panic.
the one hand you have to have a hand, but on the other hand you can't make a move.
I think the big thing too.
Yep,
is, you know,
that's it. You cannot make move on Omaha High, and you.
So this is why I lose every time, but Scotty wins.
Scotty's going to be our tutor for the next time.
I know. Afterwards, I'm going to sit down with Scotty and have him drill me.
I think a lot of times in Omaha 8 also, you know, in a side game, you can be patient, and then you might win a huge pot. You know, 4 or 5 people come in, you scoop it. But in a tournament, it's not going to happen. You got to keep accumulating.
It's very, very rare you see you scoop a pot with 5-way action to the river.
Forget it.
But the side game, you will see 4 or 5-way action until the river, right? Tournament is different, baby. Like I say, every time you put your monies in, if you lost the pot, you losing your chances to get to a treasure box. Treasure box doesn't mean the final table. You don't get there, you don't see the money. You know, and you know when I play, I don't think about nothing. I don't think about the fan. I don't think about how big the field is, because I accepted it, like I told you both. Before, I was complaining how big, you know, it's like, this is ridiculous, this is this, that. See, when you complaining, you turn into a grumpy people. That's why they call grumpy people out there grumpy old man, grumpy player, you know.
Like us.
I don't do those things. You guys would never. I don't care what time of the day or what day, what hours, you know, what year you walk up to me. Scotty, how you doing, baby?
Right.
You know it's all good, baby. You see, I never complain because I love the game too much. And you don't love it, you're not gonna make it with 3,000-4,000 players.
Scotty's his own sports psychologist. I'm serious about this because what you're talking about is
the other
if
people need to.
You have to keep yourself positive, and it's true. If you have those negative thoughts, whether you like it or not, you start becoming negative, and bad things start happening. Yeah.
You know, baby, if you sit there, the call come to you, do 7, 3-7, and then you know when I play poker, I sit up, nothing but confident.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Do 3, do 7, do 10-3, 10-7, 10-4. Don't matter. You know, you know, baby, you have put feeling into it. You talk to yourself. Okay, this is round.
And the guys who are folding like showing
what
the guy.
do? They were lean back and slide down and slide discuss and look at.
They're making their own bad luck.
That's
when
it.
you show the whole table that you're feeling bad, that naturally makes people take shots at you.
It's not them. It's not them. The players show. The players show the card. They discuss with the card, baby. The card will come discuss. I mean, it's like they give you worse.
In a tournament, there's so many times when you're going to get frustrated. You take a bad beat.
Yeah.
Something happens that distracts you outside of the game. You just get dry cards for a long time, and that's where guys just explode, you know, and they lose it.
They
and the
lose
guys that can work through those bad times, and they're still around later in the tournament.
That's right. Big you know, baby. That's why, you know, people ask me like, is that luck? I said, come on, man. You know, think about this. Luck only carry you 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 months, maybe 1 or 2 years. But luck would never carry you 20 years like what I did. The last my paycheck was 20-something years ago. You think that's luck carry me that?
You've gotten a paycheck once. What was that? What was that from?
Cherokee Casino. You know, baby, they pay me big bucks a month.
There are some
paychecks. I don't have to win the tournament to live.
But you're going to.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I play to win.
One thing that might be related to all this, which is unusual, and you're the exception, is that you're drinking at the table. You're drinking your Budweisers or
your Michelob. The player, baby.
Michelob.
I mean, you still do that, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that doesn't take you off your game, or does that ever affect your game? Because you know the conventional wisdom is, you know, don't drink at the table, don't drink before you go to the tournament, even. And you're drinking the whole day. You're not drinking a lot, but I mean...
yes, people, they didn't know that, see. I never finished my beer, even at home.
Or there's water inside.
Halfway, no. I drinking beer, but I never finished. You would never, ever caught me drink the last drop in the bottle. Never. Right. Halfway.
So it's all part of the show.
I come around later and I get that last one.
The player thing, when I lost a big part and I start order Michelob.
Right.
Make them think I'm steaming.
Yeah.
But it's not. The Michelob is like calm me down.
Does a little bit relaxes you, right?
You know, you would never see me go. I don't do those things. I don't do those nasty like that.
Yeah.
I take shit.
You know, when I drink sometimes at the table, and I find that one of my problems is if I haven't played a hand for a while, I hear that voice in the back of my head saying, "You got to do something. You got to do something." And maybe I have a lot of chips and I don't have to do something.
Yeah.
And if I have a couple of beers, not 10, but a couple, it does calm me down, and maybe I can control that voice a little bit better.
You see what's wrong with this? Poker player this day they always complaining they can never win. They get panic when the blind come. Me, I let the card beat me. I would never let Scotty Nguyen beat himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, baby. If the big blind come 7-3, everybody falls. Small blind, raise. I'm not gonna just throw in. And I don't even have enough chip for small. I mean, just a little bit more chip than small blind. As long if I get, okay, now the blind was 5,000 and 10,000 blind. Mm-hmm. I have 17,000.
Right.
So 10,000 in the big blind, right? Now everybody fall. Now small blind raise. I got 7,000 left. I look down. I have 7 deuce. I'm not gonna throw that 7,000 in there. You know, baby, I'm not gonna let Scotty Nguyen beat himself out of the tournament.
Right.
So now I think if I get a small blind 5 more thousand, what do I have left?
Mm-hmm.
Because the small blind, I have the hand a lot bigger than the 7 deuce on the big blind. So I take my small blind. Now go around. Somebody raise. I look down. Have 7-3 in small blind. You think I'm gonna throw 2,000 in?
Yeah.
People think, oh, pot out, thing like that. That's stupid, baby. That's why they never win. But what do? I lay the hand down.
Yeah.
I got 2,000 on the button now, and I have 8 more hand to look.
Yeah,
and those 8 hand were a lot bigger than 7-3 and 7-2. That 2,000, I can win the blind, the 6,000-7,000 right there plus the ante. You know, baby, it's just you back. So you know, I never get panicked when. That's why Omaha High Low, baby. People like, damn. He only got 300 in chip, and we play 500 and 1,000. He's still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny because I think we had Jamie Gould on the show, and he was talking about how he picked up a big stack and he played the big stack. That was a big part of what he did really well last year,
yes,
which was he used it to pressure people.
We got to give him that credit. You know,
he deserves it.
Yeah, he just run over the game.
And it seems like there are a lot of guys now, especially the younger guys, who are really good at the big stack game. They try and gamble early. Yeah. They pick up a big stack. They use that stack, but there are fewer and fewer guys who are really good with a short stack. You've always been an expert with a short stack. A lot of people always say, you know, your stack is low, you know when to move in, when not to move in, when to pick up the blinds. It's not just waiting for a good hand, like you were just saying. It's also
the best that is.
You might have a short stack, but you know someone who's not going to defend the blinds.
That's right.
There's a lot to it, right? What are some of the key things besides, what we talked about?
Think about it. When you have short stack, the people on your right, what do they do? 99%. They try to attack the small stack. Because in their head, if they lost to you, they lost little.
They're not worried about it.
Okay, they're not worried about it. But you see, they didn't think. When they double me up, they're in trouble. Mm-hmm. They didn't think like that.
And they're coming in with a weaker hand.
All in their head is try to knock Scotty Nguyen out.
Yeah.
When I'm out, they feel good. Even later on they don't win, but they still feel good.
Not me, but
you know, baby, I'm in there. When I'm still in, I still give fear to people. I don't care, young, old, don't matter.
Yeah.
Legend, like Doy, Gypries, don't matter. As long I'm in the game with them, they know Scotty Nguyen have a very special tool, baby. He's just so dangerous.
Scotty, you're always going to be in the game. That we know you've been around, like you said,
you
20 years, the proof of time.
That's right, baby.
Thanks for coming in today, joining us on The Scoop. Now you can say it.
If you call me, it's all over, baby.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Scotty.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, brother.